Hi guys, it's Carissa and I am here to do a Keto Bites video for you. I'm going to try and do this super fast so I don't have to edit it and so I can get it up quickly. But what I wanted to say was I do sometimes hesitate to make these videos because I worry that they're a little bit too product heavy and that maybe you'll feel like I'm being paid to tell you about these things, or that for whatever reason I'm biased, or that I'm pushing too many things that are heavily processed. What I want to say to that is, it's my understanding that that's what people are here for, is to hear about new products and things that are helping me to be and stay keto. And sometimes, and in order to do it long term, there are seasons of life. Sometimes I'm super clean about it, sometimes not so much. If you don't care for that, just please don't watch these videos. But what I do want you to know is I always think first and foremost that you should have whole foods, and we don't need to have that discussion again, right? The point is sometimes I get sent products to try, but I'm never, ever, ever paid for any of this. And sometimes I do not like the products that I receive, and you're not gonna hear about them if that's the case. So let's just be friends, okay? Let's be nice. No food jerks. You guys know my rules. So if you are unfamiliar, these are products that I've been enjoying that help me to stay and be successful on keto. And this should be part of a playlist of all of my past videos if you'd like to check that stuff out. Sometimes I do, sometimes just to be re-inspired by my old ways. The first thing I want to mention here, I would not have purchased probably, sorry to say, unless I had found a really great coupon code, because there are some things I'm willing to take a gamble on. For example, there's a product here and their company's coming out with a new sweetener and it's $25, but I am so here for it and so willing to try it because it's something that I think I'll definitely like. This is something that if you had asked me, I would have said, I'm not really interested. But this company just happened to follow me on Instagram, and they supported me on a picture where I lost a bunch of followers because I made a joke about how it's hard to photograph hot dogs without them looking phallic. And they sympathized with me because they said they sell beef sticks. And they're funny. They post a lot of meme-related content about their company, and I just find the humor refreshing. There's a lot of uptight people in the world of keto, and you know what I think it is? They're hungry, and they're doing it wrong, and they're forcing themselves to fast when they shouldn't be. But moving on. This is a beef stick company. I believe that it's pronounced Tomer kosher. At least that's how I say it in my head when I read it. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong. But this is the 10-pack of beef sticks you can get on Amazon. If you click through the link in their Instagram profile, a $5 coupon shows up. So you can get a $12 box of beef sticks for $5 off, right? It's $11.99 usually. Anyway, with Amazon Prime. And that way you can try the variety of flavors. I will tell you right now, my absolute favorite is pepper and original. But I have never met a beef stick. Whew, I have so much trouble saying that. I've never met a beef stick that I liked in the past. I just don't even really like jerky, or I've never liked Slim Jims. I find that they have like a hard, snappy casing on them and then huge chunks of seasoning inside that are just, I don't enjoy it at all. But these are really good. They're not paying me to say this. They have never messaged me before. I have sent them so much Instagram love that I'm starting to like want to back off now because I'm afraid that they're going to think that I'm being weird and like sucking up to them. But seriously, these are amazing. Now, it does say here in the seasoning, if you look up their stats, it says there is only 1 gram of sugar per, or is it 1 carb and no sugars? I think that's what it is. I cut the stats off the box, unfortunately, but it does say that there are corn syrup solids, but that is part of the seasoning mix, so you're getting such a small fraction of that. And I'll have the links below so you can read more on these, but these are such a high quality beef that they're really, I am sorry for people who hate this word, but they're moist. They're like juicy and delicious and flavorful, really high quality tasting beef sticks, and I have repurchased this 10-pack 3 times since the first day. The first day I opened it, I tried one and I thought, oh no, I'm gonna have to share these with my husband and worry about making sure I have enough of them for myself for the future, because this is great grab and go food for like, mom's going to the zoo, gonna burn some calories and gonna be hungry on the way home, and it'll be so nice to have something like this to eat. So I really encourage you to try those, especially if the coupon's still active. If you can get $5 off, even better. You know, what's the harm? Okay, the next thing I want to mention is probably kind of silly, but to me, I've been trying to save money on things that I buy a lot of. And I am still nursing, so I'm trying to be careful about my caffeine consumption, but also still be able to enjoy a little bit of caffeine when I need it. And I usually have 1 cup of coffee a day. What I was doing was buying cold brew or just the pre-made jugs of Starbucks iced coffee, the unsweetened stuff. But the problem is, it's $5 for one of those jugs. And between myself and my husband, we needed like 2.5 of those a week, and that was getting expensive in my opinion. So I've been buying these. I'm doing the grocery pickup from Walmart, and these are $4.49-ish or something like that a box. And there are 6 pouches or 2 pitchers worth, and I make them by the pitcher full. I'm not really a coffee snob, so I don't notice a huge difference between the house blend and the donut shop. House blend is a little stronger in my opinion, and I don't really like when coffee is too strong, so I water these way down. So I get a little bit more out of them than what the instructions say you will. But they just like giant tea bags of coffee. I run warm tap water over them and then stick them in my fridge. I find I get better results with those than when I use cold. If you follow me on Instagram, in my stories, I mentioned that I bought the Dunkin' Donuts version of this, which was like $6 or $7 for a box. And this is just a cheaper version of that, and I'm just as happy with it, so. Also, spare me your issues with supporting Walmart by shopping there. I get it. I hate Walmart for a lot of reasons, but it's so nice to save money on my groceries. So for non-produce items, I am totally adding them to my cart and then just driving up and picking them up. You don't have to tip. I'll put a link below where you can get $10 off. It does give me a $10 reward towards my groceries. If that bugs you, you can just Google it and still get it anyway. But I'm telling you, keeping me from having to go into any grocery store with a toddler, it's just a beautiful thing. And we still have to go every now and then for our meats and our produce because I like to see it in person, but still. Anyway. This is the Vega Sport Hydrator. I may have mentioned this in my last video. I may have mentioned this many times recently. The main reason why I wanted to bring it up again is just because, whoops, I don't think I mentioned to you guys, I was watching Celia's video recently, who is Keto Confetti, and she's wonderful. Check her out. Her video will be linked below as well. But she just tried this stuff recently. Now, the lemon lime is less expensive than the berry flavor for reasons I don't fully understand, but I've never tried the berry flavor, and it's not really worth buying because I have just made this into a berry flavored beverage. I'll tell you more about that, but there are 40 servings of electrolyte powder in here, and just based on what your needs are to supplement from what you eat, if you eat tons and tons of spinach, or I don't know, if you get your electrolyte sources from other places, you may only need this on occasion. I find that because it's summertime and I'm sweating a lot and running after a little one and going places constantly, I'm having more of it now than I probably will in the wintertime, for example. But you do need to supplement your electrolytes. Electrolytes are not negotiable on keto. You will feel like crap and you will get leg cramps and you will fail. There's no way you'll be able to keep up with keto if you don't supplement your electrolytes. And every single person that I have mentioned this to when they first start and they're like, hey, can you give me some suggestions? I can guarantee you almost every one of them, with the exception probably of Celia, has ignored that. And then it comes back up again later. So please look into, and for me, it's like, it shouldn't have to be expensive and it shouldn't have to be unpleasant. A lot of people do that light salt crap. I hate that stuff. It tastes like you're drinking armpit water. I don't know how people do that. Every day? No. So this is what I use. Keto Connect recommends it. That's how I heard about it. I think Vega's a decent company. I've purchased their products in the past. There's this little teeny scoop, and what I do is I add this to a big 1-liter water bottle, and I make it more enjoyable. I add diet iced tea, so that, or like diet iced green tea, so it has a little bit of sweetness, or I will put Tazo passion tea and a little bit of stevia. Lately, my favorite thing to add to it and make it just super delicious is this. Okay, so I'm such a jerk. This is the one-on-one flavors concentrated flavoring. This is all over Instagram. If you guys have seen that freaking egg loaf that's been going on all over the place, you know about this stuff already. And by the way, I am anti-egg loaf. I tried to make it twice. I screwed it up, and even when I tasted the parts that didn't look horrendous, It's just not for me. It tastes like uncooked egg to me. It's just, no, I can't. But anyway, I purchased a bunch of these and I've been flavoring my coffees with them because I'm finding that rather than try and add syrups and like things that might have maltodextrin or soybean oil or just ingredients I'm trying to stay away from, let me put it that way, I decided I'd just get these concentrated flavor drops, and some very reputable people that I follow, in my opinion, on Instagram liked these. So I thought, I trust what they have to say, I'm gonna try it. So I'm kind of obsessed. I placed a $30 order because I thought I could get free shipping or something, and it didn't really work out that way. But I don't even care that I paid full price plus the shipping and all of that. It was well worth it to me. I use this every day. This is the one I use the most, more than anything. And that's how much is gone, okay? I've had it for a few weeks now. This is the O's cookie flavor, by the way. It's supposed to taste like Oreo cookie. And it tastes so much like an Oreo cookie that when I first put it in my iced coffee, I kept doing this weird thing where I'd take a sip and then I kind of like feel around in my mouth because I was expecting like cookie crumbles at the bottom of the iced coffee. I'm not exaggerating. You don't get that same sensation with a hot coffee, I've noticed, but it's still really enjoyable. And I have to say, it reminds me, do you guys remember, if you follow me from years ago, do you remember how I used to always joke about how much my sister and I loved that Men in Black coffee from Dunkin' Donuts? And it's like, who the heck talks about the Men in Black 2 movie coffee promotion that Dunkin' Donuts did years ago? We do, because we were so obsessed with it, we ordered it all the time, thinking that it was just gonna always be there. And it's not. Anyway, it was probably full of sugar, but there were like little crumbled bits of cookie at the bottom of the coffee. And that's what this brings me back to, thinking that I'm enjoying that sugary drink again. But anyway, they normally have a promotion running with maybe it's once a month, I don't know, I don't pay that close attention, but where you can get a free flavor. Right now, I think the free flavor is vanilla cupcake, which that's an all-star flavor right there. You can use that for anything. But the free sample I got was ripe strawberry. Now, don't get me wrong, strawberry is one of my favorite smells in the whole wide world. But I was like, what the heck am I gonna do with this? And I figured it out. So this is now my second most used product. I add it to my electrolyte drink. 3 little drops of this, and be careful, use it sparingly. It's so concentrated that you can't just pop this sucker open and put a little on your finger and taste it and expect to know what it's gonna taste like. It's gonna taste like a chemical hellstorm, and you're gonna hate yourself because it will be stuck on your tongue for hours. Maybe I'm speaking from experience, but 3 little drops of this to start, 2 to 3 depending on how much. 3 drops are enough for 1 liter of liquid to adequately flavor it like strawberry, okay? So if you're getting a sense of what I'm suggesting here, less is more, and you wanna taste it before you add more, and just do 1 drop at a time until you hit that, you know, sweet spot of the flavoring that you want. This company also just came out with monk fruit drops, like a 2-ounce bottle that you can use like liquid stevia. Monk fruit is my favorite sweetener. It's the best. Can't wait to, it's in my shopping cart somewhere. I don't know why I must have gotten distracted. I must have had to like feed a child or something and I didn't get to finish that order. But anyway, you'll probably be hearing more about that later. And now that this video is super long, let me just cover this quickly. You guys know that I have a little bit of a relationship with Quest Nutritionals. They are super, super sweet. They're kind of my boyfriend. And every now and then they offer to send me something when a new product launches. And this is my favorite thing they've ever sent me. And I've had to share it with my family and they all love it too. It's the Quest pizza. Now, you guys know I always joke on Instagram, hashtag pizza every day, because why not? If you can, get some kind of pizza in your life every day. This is the real deal, guys. Yes, there's a lot of fiber. Yes, there's a lot of sodium. It's 6 net grams of carbs for half a pizza. So make yourself a nice, big, delicious, it's like Caesar salad or something. Crisp and cold and salty and yummy. And then have half of this pizza. Share it with a loved one. Or make it and save the other half for the next day. If you've got the willpower, you'll be happy you did. They are, I think, $5.99 or $6.99 at Target. Target is where you can buy them right now, or Quest's website, but they are more expensive. You have to buy them by the case, and it's a frozen pizza, so you will have to pay for, you know, it's a giant box because they have to dry ice it and the whole deal. So you'll pay $11.99 a pizza to buy it directly from Quest. But if you don't have Target in your area, or if that's your only option, it's worth it, in my opinion. There have been pizzas, keto-friendly pizzas, out on the market that I have tried that are a lot more expensive than that and a heck of a lot less delicious and a lot less like real pizza. When I first saw pictures of this online, I thought, wow, that looks just like a regular frozen pizza. And that's exactly what it is. It's nothing grand. Is it like a frozen pizza? Yes, but that's amazing because this is a step in the right direction for getting companies and products on board to cut the sugar, reduce the carbs, give us a little bit of dietary fiber. You know, it doesn't hurt to add a little bit extra in your life, and have something that makes you feel like a normal person. My aunt, bless her heart, she has a pool day every now and then and invites me, and I get to see my cousin, my sister, and all the, you know, the little next generation little baby cousins get to hang out, and she always makes frozen pizza. And the next time she has one of those, I'm bringing this, and everybody gets to taste it and say how good it is. I might not even tell them that's a Quest pizza, that's low carb, because nobody needs to know, because nobody will question it. Nobody will be like, what's that made out of? Because that's how normal it tastes. So super pleased with that. Unbelievably pleased with that. In fact, the only reason I'm holding this one right now before you today is because my husband is so obsessed that he has been stalking Target's website for their restock. It said our nearest Target, like 2 miles away, had some, and he dropped everything and ran over and bought all 6 that they had. And I normally have a rule: don't clear a shelf, leave things for other people, because you never know, it might make somebody's day. Don't be greedy, but we may have broken that rule for these. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this is helpful. If there's anything that you've heard of that you want to know if I have an opinion on, or if you want me to cover in a future video, let me know. Please join me on my keto Instagram. I pour a lot of my heart and soul into that, and I should not know why I said that. But I do, it means a lot to me, the friendships that I make there and the bond that I have with people who are all trying to change their life for the positive in a carb and sugar filled world. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon, hopefully. Bye.